Welcome everyone to Amya channel. Today we are going to do questions related to relation chapters. These questions which already came in relation chapter are exactly these questions already came in CBSE from relation chapter, and the year which these questions came. So many questions are CBSE is repeating again and again. One of a very important question which I'm going to do today. What you have to do is, everyone listen to me very nicely. What you have to do is you have to practice this question for your year. Means 2022, this question is very important. I'll explain it in much detail. What you have to do, you have to practice this question nicely, and you will be getting this question in tests also. So I will announce the test date for relation chapter. That will be an offline test. So shortly I'll announce about that also. Fine. So let's get back to work. This is an NCERT question. First thing, this question already came in CBSE. Now, in which year they have given this question? They have given this question in 2010, 2018, and 2019. So automatically this question becomes very important for you. Now I'm writing the question. Show that the relation R on the set A equal to, and it is exactly belonging to integer, and x value lies between 0 to 12. Okay, now set of integer is exactly given. So here the number is exactly from 0 to 12. I repeat, the number is exactly from 0 to 12. Fine. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till x is coming till 12. Now, given by relation R is equal to A comma B, such that modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. A very easy question. Multiple of 4. Fine. It is a multiple of 4 is an equivalence relation. Is an equivalence relation. Is an equivalence relation. After that, they are telling find the set of all elements related to one that is equivalence class 1. So yesterday I told you now, for equivalence class, whenever they will be telling, means day before yesterday when we had class, that time I have discussed that equivalence class 1 means they have given you the value of y as 1. Okay. And the next value you have to keep on putting to get that numbers which is exactly divisible by 4. So we will start that part also. We will just see how to write. So first we will start the solution. In the solution, what you are going to write? So first condition given is, what is most important part is set A given is exactly 1, 2, 3, 4 till 0 also, till 12 it is given. Okay. Now relation is given, that is A comma B, such that, and that is such that modulus of A minus B is multiple of 4. Let's see it is equivalence or not. Okay. Now what we are going to do is 0, 1 to 12, it is exactly A is containing. Now first we will start with reflexivity. So we will write, we observe the following properties on relation. We observe the following properties on relation R. So now we will observe, first is reflexivity. Now, beta, for reflexivity, what you are going to do? You already know that. See, what I did is whatever the question is given to you, I have just written the question as it is. Okay. Now, after writing the question, what I'm doing is I am trying to find the reflexivity, symmetric, and transitive. So, condition given here is here A set is given, that is element coming from 0 to 12. Now, here relation is exactly given from 1 to 2. A relation is given and saying that a and b are exactly integers, and a minus b modulus is exactly divisible by 4. So for that all only what we will do, we will start with reflexivity. So for reflexivity, how we are going to write? So for any a which will be belonging to a, so already we know how to write this one. We have what? We have modulus of a minus a, that will be 0. Okay, now which is a multiple of 4. Definitely, Nabita, it is a multiple of 4. Why it will be a multiple of 4? Because 0 multiplied to any number will come 0. So definitely 0 will be a multiple of all the numbers. So if 0 can be multiple of all the numbers, then ultimately 0 can become the multiple of 4 also. That means it is satisfying the reflexivity. That means here a comma a satisfied the relation content. And relation is telling that whatever number after subtracting is coming, that number must be multiple of 4. Okay, so relation is telling, and here reflexivity brought 0, and here 0 can be multiple of any number. That means if 0 can be multiple of any number, that means 0 has satisfied the condition. So that's why a comma a belongs to R. Okay, thus a comma a belongs to R for all a belongs to a. Okay, so R is reflexive on A. So one very important part we have finished, that R is reflexive on A. Now let's see next part of it. Now check about transitivity, because now first transitivity and symmetry. So how to go for symmetry and transitivity? Again, we will say for symmetry, we will say let A comma B belongs to, for symmetric condition, what we will say, let A comma B belongs to R. Then 100% it is going to, that means what, if that a comma b belongs to R, then modulus of a minus b must be a multiple of 4. Modulus of a minus b must be a multiple of 4. That means it is a multiple of 4. Okay, modulus of a minus b must be a multiple of 4. It must be a multiple of 4. So now beta, if it is multiple of 4, now shall we convert this as, we will take minus common. Now it will come b minus a. Okay, so first I'll just convert it into better way. Then it will come correct. So look here. First what we will write, then if it is multiple, that means definitely 4 is in the multiple, and we will take it as lambda. So that means a minus b is multiple of 4. It is written like that. For some lambda belongs to integer or set of natural number, because here it is all positive. So since it is all positive number, a numbers are coming all positive, so we cannot take negative integer. So that's why safe side is take lambda is set of natural number. Okay, so why here you will be thinking, auntie, you tell me one thing here, integer has been selected, z is there, then why you have kept lambda as set of natural number? The reason behind is beta, x belongs to integer, x belongs to integer, I repeat, x belongs to integer, but then to elements inside set a, elements inside set a, it is exactly all positive number. Fine. So if a minus b modulus you will be finding, then it will be multiple of 4, but it will be a positive multiple of 4. Okay, it will be a positive multiple of 4. So since it will be a positive multiple of 4, so lambda will also be positive, and it should be also in not in fractional form. So that's why it is safe to contain it as n, set of natural number. Fine. Now what we can do here is we will write it as, we will take minus common here. Once you will take minus common here, it will become b minus a, b minus a, b minus a, and that will be equal to beta 4 lambda. Okay, now we know that lambda is negative digester, so directly we can write b minus a, and b minus a is still coming equal to 4 lambda for some lambda belonging to integer. For some lambda belonging to integer, no, set of natural number. So beta, that means what? Is there any change? When you subtracted a minus b, you are getting multiple of 4. When you subtracted b minus a, you are getting multiple of 4. So in both the cases, you are getting multiple of 4. That means what you concluded, that b comma a also belongs to R. So b comma a, that is what, now you started with a comma b belongs to set of belongs to relation, and now you have concluded that b comma a belongs to relation. Now you have concluded what? B comma a belongs to relation. So that means what? Hence you can say, therefore AB belongs to R, then BA belongs to R. For all A comma B belongs to A. Hence R is symmetric on A. Hence what is R beta? R is symmetric on A. Now let us see for transitivity condition. So what question will come for transitivity? Let's see transitivity. Transitivity. For transitivity condition, what will be there? So first what we will write for transitivity is, let AB belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R. Okay, now AB belongs to R, B comma C also belongs to R. That means what? A minus B is equal to 4 mu. That means A minus B is multiple of 4. Okay, A minus B is what? Multiple of 4 for some mu belonging to an natural number. Again we will see. And then B minus A is equal to 4 m for some m belonging to set of natural number. Okay beta, now in both the cases, now what you are going to do, take this as equation 1 and take this as equation 2. Fine. Now how to represent this nicely? How to represent? Because one is coming, A minus B is equal, modulus is equal to 4 mu, and then A minus B, B minus C modulus is equal to 4m. And for all beta, for all we have taken it as, for some mu belongs to n and m belongs to n. Now how to convert it into transversal form? So transversal, I'm saying transitivity form. How to convert it into transitivity form? So see this format. Okay, now what we will do, we will create some space for this. So now beta, equation 1. So equation 1 can be written as equation 1 and equation 2 can be written as, now look here, modulus of A minus B is equal to 4 lambda. And you know one very important point, that when modulus of X is equal to A is there, and the moment modulus will go, it will become X is equal to plus minus A. Okay, this is one of a very important property. So what I will do, I will relieve the modulus, then it will become plus minus 4 lambda. Also, modulus of B minus C is equal to 4. Here lambda, no, here mu and m is there. So mu, mu. So now this one will become B minus C will become plus minus 4 mu. So after opening it, these two equations that we have considered as equation 1 and 2, adding equation 1 and 2, adding equation 1 and equation 2. So when you will add equation 1 and 2, what you will get, A minus B plus B minus C is equal to plus minus 4 nu plus minus 4m, because this one will become m beta. Fine. So this B and this B will get cancelled. A minus B is equal to plus minus, take plus minus common, plus 4 mu plus m. Now beta A minus B, the moment this plus minus will shift this side, again it will become A minus C modulus, and that will become 4 mu plus m. Here mu plus m also belongs to integer. Beta, if mu is integer, again and again I'm saying, if mu is set of natural number, mu is one of the element of set of natural number, m is one of the element of set of natural number, then beta 4m mu plus m will become, again it will be a set of natural number. It will be belonging to that. That means finally what conclusion we have drawn? AC belongs to R. That means hence A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C belongs to R. Hence what this condition is, hence what the condition will come, beta? Hence R is transitive on A. Now beta, that means what? Final conclusion, what you are going to say? Hence R is equivalence relation. So final statement what we are ready for writing is, hence R is an equivalence relation on A. Final statement will become R has an equivalence relation on A. See, point by point, cut to cut writing is very, very important, beta. If you will write everything, then only you can think of getting full marks. You have to write everything there, beta. So therefore, what you are going to write? R has an or is an equivalence relation on A. Okay, now beta, next part of the question, you might have seen that they asked that you have to check congruence, you have to check equivalence for one. So here, what is the equivalence for one statement? What we were writing, 1 is equal to x comma 1 belongs to integer such that x minus 1 is a multiple of 4. Okay, so this is what last time, do you remember we have done like that? So here x comma 1 we have not written, we have written here x belongs to integer. Okay, because x was only, because 1 already value given. So now we have to find the value of x only. So what can be the value of x, so that when x will be subtracted from 1, that number will come which will be divisible by 4. So what content you are going to write? That means x minus 4 multiples are needed. That means what? For congruent equivalence class, x belongs to z such that x minus 1 is equal to 4 into lambda. Some lambda belongs to integer. Now beta, look here, 4 multiple is needed. So definitely start taking value of x. If x will be 1, 0. So what will be the answer? First, if x will be 1, if x you are going to take 1, then it will become 0. So 1 minus 1, 0, and 0 is multiple of 4. Fine. So you will be writing it x minus 1 can be either equal to 4, 0, then 4, because 0, then 5, x will be 5, then 5 minus 1. So directly we can say the answer, why to subtract and write everything. So now beta, you have understood. One time if you will take x is equal to 5, then 5 minus 1 is equal to 4, which will become a multiple of 4. So here, so we will write directly what can be the value of x. Then x can be equal to 1, x can be equal to 5, and then another number 7, 7 minus 1, 6, not divisible, x can be equal to 9, 9 minus 1 will become 8, then x can be equal to 10, 10 minus 1, 9, 11, 11 minus 1, not possible, 10, so only 159 will be there. So x can be either 1, either 5, or either 9. So when x can be either 5, this, then only modulus of x minus 1 will be multiple of 4. Okay, so that means what? 1 by 1 you have to put the value of x, and accordingly you are getting the value, 1 by 1 you have to put the value of x, and accordingly, because y is already fixed. Okay, so the final statement, hence the set of all element of A, hence the set of all element of A which is related to 1 is 1, 5, 9. Okay, that is equivalence class of 1 is 1, 5, 9. That is what equivalence class. So that means what? The x minus 1 will be multiple of 4. That means we understood. Now, hence set of all element of A means whatever element of A is present, which is related to 1. How it is related? Modulus of x minus 1, which will be related to 1, is written as 1, 5, 9. That is equivalence class of 1 is 1, 5, 9. I hope you might have understood this question. This is a very, very, very important question. Now, beta, next question, which is very important for you. This question came in CBSE 2010. Because whatever question came in board exam, today we are going to do those all important questions. Fine. So we have a set of all important questions left that we will finish. Now, next question is, this question came in CBSE 2010. Now in CBSE 2000, I hope the previous question you might have understood. Now this question, CBSE 2010 question, is very, 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 very important for you. So whichever question I'm selecting, please kindly practice these questions thoroughly. Thorough practice is very important. Okay, so thorough practice if you will do, then only your hand will become free in relation chapter. Your hand will become free in relation chapter. So question here is, prove that the relation R on the set n cross n defined by element AB belong to or related to element CD implies and implied by A plus D is equal to B plus C. A plus D is equal to B plus C for all element AB an element CD belongs to n cross n. Fine. Is an equivalence relation. Is an equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. So you have to prove it that this relation is exactly an equivalence relation. Okay, so prove that the relation R on the set n cross n defined by. So first you have to understand that n cross n, why you have written. So it is a very important part, n cross n. So imagine n element is exactly equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't know n can be a set of natural number. Okay. Now, if n can be set of natural number, then we will be taking any particular number from n. So if any particular number we will take from n, then we will say 2, comma 3 particular numbers if we will take from n. But if we are taking a variable from n, so definitely n can be written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first I'll let you understand what is n cross n. Then again n will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it is set of two natural numbers, set of two natural number. But when you will do Cartesian product of n cross n, what you will take? This Cartesian product will have elements. Yes or no? So this Cartesian product will have element like 1, comma 1, 2, comma 2, 1, comma 3, and it will keep on going. So these elements are in ordered pair. N cross n elements. So that means what? All these elements 1, comma 1 belongs to n cross n. When 1 is belonging to natural number, but ordered pair 1, comma 1 will be belonging to n cross n. You have to remember this, these elements are exactly ordered pair. These elements are exactly ordered pair of n cross n. N cross n means Cartesian one beta. These elements are exactly what? These elements are belonging to set of natural number. But when Cartesian product of natural number you are doing, then ordered pair will become the element. Then ordered pair will become what? Element of n cross n. Then ordered pair will become element of n cross n. Okay. So now I hope you might have understood why they have given n cross n, because each natural number, when n cross n you will do, that is the Cartesian product of two natural numbers. Okay. And then you will be not getting element, you will be getting the ordered pair. So that is what you have to represent, the ordered pair here. Okay. So relation is belonging to ordered pair. Relation is not belonging to a set. Relation is coming from an ordered pair here. So that's why ordered pair is important here. So I hope you might have understood this part. I'm sorry, morning I was unable to conduct class. That's why I'm taking the class in evening. So that the relation R on the set n cross n defined by. So that means we understood one point, that relation part is exactly coming like this, but it is only the incomplete question. Rest of question I'm writing. Also find the equivalence class. So you have to find equivalence class for 2, comma 3 and 1, comma 3. So that's why this question is bit typical, because first part itself is not going inside your brain, and the second part itself is coming as so typical. So now what you are going to do, what steps you are going to take here, because n cross n means ordered pair elements are present here. So first we will write in solution, we will write, okay, A comma B is related to C comma D. That is what is given, A plus D is equal to B plus C. Okay, for all A comma B and C comma D belongs to n cross n beta. This one means these two, it is only possible. Usually what you write, A related to B, then you are writing A comma B belongs to R. Okay, but here the ordered pair is belonging. So here ordered pair, when ordered pair will be belonging, at that time, ordered pair will be exactly belonging to n cross n. Ordered pair will be belonging to n cross n. AB will belong to n. Okay, for your understanding, I'll write A, B, C, D will be belonging to n. But AB comma CD, it will be belonging to n cross n. AB comma CD will be belonging to what? N cross n. AB comma CD will be belonging to n cross n, and ABCD will be set of. Now I hope you might have understood somewhat this one. So now what we are going to do, beta, we will start the question for reflexivity first. Now I'll explain reflexivity. For reflexivity, what you have to do, beta, first you take let A comma B be any element of n cross n. Like every time we were taking let any A belong to n. But since here case of ordered pair is there, it will not be written beta let any A belongs to n. Here you are going to write ordered pair belongs to n cross n. Here what you are going to write? Ordered pair belongs to n cross n. Okay, so since ordered pair is belonging to n cross n, then what you can write beta? Then we can start with AB belongs to n cross n. That is, for your understanding, I am writing A comma B belongs to n. Okay, now beta, what we can write? Relation given is when A, B, C, D is there. So what you are writing? A with D you are writing, B with C you are writing. Yes or no? A with B, C with D. So here A comma A, that means what? A comma B, A comma B will be written 2 times na beta for reflexivity. For reflexivity, A comma B. So A with D, B with this one. You see what I have done. See, you have to prove A comma B related to A comma B. Okay. A comma B related to A comma B. This is case of reflexivity. A comma B related to A comma B. This is exactly beta case of reflexivity. Okay. So, but here in the question itself, it is written when A comma B related to C comma D, then first one and last one is written A plus D, and then second one and third one is written B plus C. You see in the question? Now, you have to prove that this is related. Okay, now what you have to prove that this is related. Now, how you are going to write it is related? So now we know AB belongs to n cross n. That is, AB is element. It is belonging to set of natural number. Fine, AB is belonging to what? It is belonging to set of natural number. Now, what we are going to do here, since AB is belonging to set of natural numbers, what we will be doing here is, we will write, we have to start with A comma B. So now, A plus B will also be written as B plus A. A plus B can also be written as B plus A na beta. How? By commutativity with respect to addition. So commutativity with respect to addition says that if A plus B, 3 plus 4 you write or 4 plus 3 you write, both are same only. Now beta, I told you this method. From here you have to pick A plus D is equal to B plus C. When this format is coming, that means what? A will come with B and C will come with D. So here also beta, A will take B. That means AB belongs to R. That means now we cannot write belonging because already we know that it is belonging to R. So we will write A comma B related to A comma B. Beta now because C and D will be written. So see the last one, fourth one will come first. You see this one will come first and this one will come after that. And that is what you have written, C plus D. You see the video again and again, you will understand this part better. Or don't see the video one more time, I'll explain here so that you don't have to see the video again and again. So look here beta. A plus D is equal to B plus C. That means A comma B is related to C comma D. Okay, that means what is there? A and B. So here also you see A and B taken together. A and B taken together. And then C plus D ulta. That means C and D. So here A plus B. That's why AB related to AB. Understood? See this pattern you will be able to understand. So A comma B related to A comma B. That means for all AB belongs to N cross N. So since for all AB belongs to N cross N, so R is reflexive on N cross N. Beta here reflexive on N cross N you have to write. Don't write N, because here it is the Cartesian product, and since it is the Cartesian product, you have to write here N cross N. You are not supposed to write here N, you are going to write here N cross N. What you are going to write here? N cross N. You are not supposed to write N, you are going to write N cross N. Oh my God. Fine, so here you are going to write N cross N. Just 1 minute. Charge my laptop. So now beta we will start next one, and that is for symmetry. Symmetry condition already given. Array A, B, C, D is there. If you will do ulta also, it will come the same. So only what we have to do, we have to just make what you call statement there. So symmetric condition you check. For symmetry, what you can say, you will say for symmetry, let two elements A comma B and C comma D belongs to N cross N. That is what always we are telling. Okay, for symmetry, we have to start with, so that we know AB is related to CD. That is A plus D is equal to B plus C. Fine, A plus D is equal to B plus C. Now what you can do here is how to bring C plus D is equal to A plus B. Now first for that I will teach you a technique. Technique is A comma B, C comma D. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. So what order you are writing? 1, 4, 2, 3. Okay. So exactly now what you have to do? You have to just keep it ulta. C plus D. How to bring C plus D? So that means now you have to bring C plus D first. CD should come and AB should come here. That means 3/4 you have to bring and 1, 2 will come here. Okay, that means C and D should be coming first, and she should be with B. For this relation, beta, when A comma B related to C comma D is there, then what you are writing? A plus D, first with fourth, second with third. B plus C. Second with third. Okay. Now here, when C plus D, C comma D related to A plus B, then first with fourth. What is first? C. What is first? Fourth? B. And then D and A. Like this order we need. First, fourth, second, third. First, fourth, second, third. So that means what? B plus C should be shifted to this side. So what we will do? First, we will, in an equation, left side is equal to right side. In an equation, left side is equal to right side. So if I am writing B plus C first and then A plus D, it is not making any change because it's still an equation. Okay. Now here you see we need CB, C plus B. So we know that commutativity with respect to addition, using commutative with respect to addition, C plus B will be written and D plus A. So what you will write? Commutativity by commutativity with respect to addition. Commutativity with respect to addition. Now beta, C and A will go. Now look here, first with third. Now here, A plus D is there. Now C plus B, here D plus A is coming. So one only change, because if you will, both you have changed now. So once you have changed both, now first with third, now this pattern will be exactly generated. CD will come, AB will go there. So now that means what? By this you can say C plus B is coming is equal to D plus A. So now that means by definition we can say CD is now related to AB. By definition of relation, C is now CD can now be related to AB. This is seriously a very technical question, a very technical and important question which you must remember. Okay, so here it is coming like that forward. Now what you are going to do, beta, since CD is related to A comma B by definition of relation, that means what you have learned here, thus we can say when AB is related to CD, then CD is also related to AB. Hence, R is symmetric on N cross N beta. So we proved reflexivity, we proved symmetry also. So here we proved symmetric and we proved reflexivity also. Now next part, what we have to do? Now we have to prove transitivity. Now we have to prove what? Transitivity. For transitivity, what we will do? For transitivity, what we will do? So for transitivity, we will be needing exactly, for transitivity, we will be needing at least 3 ordered pair. How many ordered pair we will be needing for transitivity? For transitivity, we will be needing A comma B, C comma D, C comma D and E comma F. Okay, and all these 3 should belongs to N cross N. Now 3 element, now we know that AB belongs to, so that should be a very definite way of writing. So that's I want some free space to write. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F are 3 elements of N cross N. So when this will be 3 elements of N cross N beta, then we know AB is related to CD. AB is related to CD. Then what you are going to write it as? A plus D is equal to B plus C. Okay, A plus D is equal to B plus C. Take it as equation 1. Trust me, take it as equation 1. Now next one is C comma D will be belonging to, means that will be exactly EF. That means C plus F is equal to D plus E. Equation 2. Fine. Now what you are going to do is, once you will be getting this much, now we will add all that. So adding equation 1 and 2, adding equation 1 and equation 2. So beta, if you will add equation 1 and equation 2, what in all content you will get? You will get A plus B plus C plus F is equal to B plus C plus D plus E. Okay. So first, which one is repeated? B and B got repeated. C and C got repeated. Okay. ADBC is there, CF and DE is there. CF and D is there. Once we will be adding it, A plus F will come and A plus F will come and B plus E, because D and D, because here A plus D, oh, I wrote wrong, beta. That is what I said now. B should not be cancelled because ABEF should come. ABEF should come. So here it is D, beta. And this side it is exactly, I should not cancel this one. This side it is exactly B, D, E. Now B will not cancel, D will get cancelled, C and D will get cancelled. Now what you got is A plus F is equal to B plus E. Okay, A plus F is equal to B plus E. Now beta, again what we can do is we can just turn the order. Once you will be turning the order, you will be getting the point. A plus F is equal to B plus E is commutative property. You can shift any one of it. So by commutative property, A plus F will be equal to E plus B. Okay, so this side I have applied commutativity property. That means now AB belongs to AB related to EF. Okay, so thus what you have learned, thus we can say when AB related to CD and C comma D is related to EF, then A comma B belongs to, sorry, A comma B is related to EF for all A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F, all will be exactly belonging to EF belongs to N cross N. Okay. So R is transitive on N cross N. So if this much is finished, beta, now we have to go for equivalence relation. So that means what? We can say definitely, hence R is an equivalence relation on N cross N. But beta, this is not the end of the question. As you know that one more part is exactly written there. That part also we have to reflect. We have to write that part also. So what was that part was about? That part was exactly telling us so that part was asking us find the equivalence class of 2 comma 3 and 1 comma 3. So how to get the equivalence class? So beta, equivalence class means y value they will be giving. So what we are going to write for equivalence class of 2 comma 3, that means like y value. So definitely an element x comma y will be belonging to set of natural number n cross n. Definitely this ordered pair will be belonging. Now x comma y is first element like x element and it should be related to 2 comma 3. It should be what? It should be related to 2 comma 3. Now beta, how to write this? That means x comma y, it is exactly belonging to n cross n such that it will become, you know, x plus 3 first with last and y plus 2. Okay, x plus 3 and y plus 2. Now solve this one for equivalence class 2 comma 3. Now you have to solve. That means for equivalence class 2 comma 3, it will become x comma y such that n cross n. Here it will become x minus y is equal to minus 1. So what value of x you are going to? Okay. X minus y 2 minus 3. So it will become x minus y will be equal to minus 1. So beta, when x minus y is equal to minus 1, so you can take any value or you can write it as x is equal to y minus 1 or y is equal to simple way, because if you will write in one form, so y will be equal to x plus 1. Once you will write, now whatever value of x you will take, according to that, you will get the value of y. So that means now the new equation will become, this is x. Now what is the value of y? Value of y is x plus 1. Now no need to write, and this will be exactly belonging to n cross n. such that now here directly we can write x belongs to integer, because now set of natural number, because everything went now. So now what will be the element when 1 will be there? 2. If x will be 2, y will be 3. If x will be 3, y will be 4. Are you understanding? Like this, it will keep on changing. If x will be 4, y will be 5. So this part again, you see, it will keep on going. The same for congruence class 1, 3 we have to do. For congruence class 1, 3, what we are going to do is 1, 3 only, na 1, 3. Same thing we will write. We will say that, okay, by x, y is any element of n cross n, such that x, y is related to 1, 3. And if x, y is related to n, 3, then this one will become x, y belongs to n cross n. Here you must write 2, 3 every time in bracket. Bracket must be there, beta. So here 1, 3. Now change it. That means x, y belongs to n cross n, such that now x plus 3 will be equal to y plus 1. Okay, again you try to write y in terms of x. So this time it will become 1, 3 x, y belongs to n cross n, such that y will be equal to x plus 2. If you will shift this one, it will become minus, so x plus 2. That means now no need to write y. You have converted everything in x form, and x is coming x plus 2, and this ordered pair belongs to n cross n, such that here x belongs to a set of natural numbers. So that means what? Congruent equivalence class of 1, 3 will ultimately coming when x is equal to 1, y will be equal to 3. If x is equal to 2, y will be equal to 4. If x is equal to 3, y will be equal to 5, and so on. Okay, so practice these two very, very important questions which came in board exam. And next class tomorrow morning, we are going to study the next part of it. Fine. Bye, everyone.